Hey guys, what's going on? God, how did I leave it with one game to go? Hilarious. Nine, 1. Well, let's try to roll. I can't get 4 games with Vanar, so I'm not gonna roll a quest yet. Suno streaming? That, huh? Alright. This is a good opener because he's gonna want to kill it. It's probably better than this because I can get him to use a spell on it. Although this might be better if he plays a 2-drop. Ooh. Good folks in here. Really? Okay. In which case, this is fine. He gets 5 mana here. He gets 5. Penyo hasn't played Gauntlet in a while. Love that name. Okay. Can't natural it. He has a natural in his hand. I will bet. I think I go 1 and 3 here, right? Deciding where to put the 1. Okay. Four cards left. 5 cards total to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. 6. It's good. Rock Lobster free kill. Guess I killed that. Or do I just play this here? Back here. I think I play this. I don't really care about this minion. That would have been nicer. But it's fine, he has to deal with this now, and he can't sack this. Unless he has exactly Greater Fort. If he has Greater Fort natural, he has a nice tempo play there. Or Chain Dispel, which is also fine. My face, though. Bucks. Okay. 4 and 2. Probably 4 and 2. I think this is better kept. See what I get. I don't think I want to play this. I could get another card here, but I think I'd rather play this. Let's see. I go down here, hit him. This goes there, hit him. Alright. I'm playing around AoE. There's no AoE that will hit all of this. Besides, he has to kill this one. Might get him to run away here. But if he runs away, he loses. Pretty much. He has to kill this. So, as with most of the Vath matchups, what I don't want to see is heals. If he has heals, it's going to be a little tough. Does he have Bounded Life Force and he's going to try to burn me? He has to kill this for free then, if he wants to do that. Provoke. Oh wow, he's dead. All right. We'll take it. In my heart, I wish that I'm wrong with what I'm about to say. Ooh, the drama. That they removed the rotations because the game is dying. Did you hear me talk about this last night, Hemp? You should check out my VOD at the end when I started talking about that. But I mean, here's. All right, I will give you guys the objective opinion here, the objective facts, right? But I will lead by saying that I was suspicious of, so I'll give you the bullish indicators and the bearish indicators, okay? So here are the bearish indicators about the game. They let a bunch of their developers go. We have seen much fewer developer streams or updates in recent past than we have months ago. They made orbs free. The orbs, keys, crate keys. They made crate keys free. Bearish indicator for the game. Of course, we've seen the high queue times. And let's just leave it there, okay? Oh, and I guess you could say and the rotation, but the rotation also has a potential bullish indicator too. So the bullish indicators, the good stuff, is they made this patch. There's new content in this patch in the form of new skins, right? All new skins. There is a new feature coming with bosses. So that's 3, right? So clearly they are either A, still working on the game and putting resources into it, or B, they had all of this stuff done beforehand and now they're just rolling it out. I don't know which it is. It could be either, right? So, but the fact that Tactical tweeted something about like a Champions program or something for Duelist means that they're at least putting some love into it from the Bandai side, right? He tweeted something about that. I didn't really fully understand it, but looks like they're doing something from the Bandai side for Duelist. So there is some positive indication that they are still working on the game and putting resources into it, right? Like, the bullish outlook is, hey, they're listening to fans, and they're hearing us, and people got upset that they're rotating the cards out. So they made a play to appeal to existing players, somewhat at the expense of new players. Because new players are going to be like, what the hell? Everybody has all these cards. But it's like, well, let's just appease our existing players. And we all know that the player base is not large enough to support 2 queues. We've known that every time they've tried to do it, the same exact thing happens, which is the audience splits into both the queues and they get upset that the queue times are so long, right? You end up playing the same people all the time. So they tried it again, bless their hearts, it doesn't work, it won't work until the player base has a larger concurrency, or at least a larger daily active user. So there's a minimum required to be able to split your queue, and Duelist has not been in that ever. Duelist has never had enough players to support that, unfortunately. Because they tried it back around the end of beta and it still didn't work, right? So you could look at this from either perspective. Either they're letting it run its course and just putting in the bare minimum to keep the lights on and keep existing players happy and be damned new players. Or that's step 1 of a 2-step process to then bring in new players. The signal that will give it away either way is if we see any marketing whatsoever, any paid streams, any marketing, anything that suggests that they're reaching out to new players to try to get them into the game. That is a 100% giveaway that they are still investing in this game. 100%. If we don't see any of that, it's not necessarily a sign that they're not, but my personal guess is that a lot of the signs point to just trying to keep the lights on. But I don't know. I mean, keep in mind that I am personally, like, my personal opinion here is in the bullish territory, right? Like, I want to see the game succeed because I love the game and I play the game every day for free, right? And I stream it because I enjoy the game. So, I'm not going to be spreading... I'm just giving you guys some objective facts and my observations, right? You could definitely see it both ways. For me personally, my spidey senses went off the minute they gave orbs, crates away for free. I'm like, oh crap. That is bad. That does not bode well. That was the day that I'm like, oh boy, why would they ever do that? So, I don't know. But there's multiple perspectives to everything though, right? Here's the other perspective for that one. You know, Counterplay didn't want to do it. Bandai shoved that down their throat, that they have to charge for keys. Counterplay fought it and they lost the battle. And then finally Bandai was like, all right. You guys don't have to charge for keys. Go ahead and give them away. And Counterplay was like, thank God, finally, right? That is certainly a possibility. Like, nobody knows. There's only a few people who know, and they're not talking. So all we can do is analyze the data points and see. There are certainly quite a few data points in the Counterplay is cutting costs camp, right? A lot. Now, are they doing that so that they still have enough gas left to work on the game and make it better and bring in players? Possibly. Or are they just doing it to eke out as much as they can before they turn the lights off and move on to the next title? I don't know. But there are some telltale signs. Like, we're not going to know. We're not going to know if they're just letting it ride out and going to turn off the lights. Nothing is going to give that away. The only thing that would be a giveaway is the opposite side of that. With, hey, Counterplay is actually doing things and investing in the game. That will be a giveaway as soon as they do any marketing, right? Keys existed before the Namco merge, though, I thought. Yeah. It was right about the time, though, right, Kiar? So it's possible that they were in negotiations and they said you're going to need to charge for these things. So I don't know. It was pretty close to that time. They existed, but the charging for them, yeah, maybe they did, actually. I don't know. I'm just trying to present multiple perspectives, just so, you know, not every, so it's, because it's not clear. It's totally not clear. Like, I lean a little bit more towards the, lights might be getting shut off, and let's retain as long as we can, because it's all the decisions so far have been consistent with that. You appeal to the new players, existing players, you ignore the new players, and you do everything you can to get them to play longer and maybe make a few more purchases. Whereas, but the new features are interesting. The new features are an interesting twist to that, because in order for that to be consistent with, hey, we're just retaining existing players until we shut off the lights, all that new content had to be completely done before they released it. Which is possible. It's possible. But if it wasn't, then they're working on new content, which is a very positive sign. Paid streams got me started on this game, so I'd say they work, but hard to say at which rate. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, they did do paid streams. They did do paid streams for a little. Only when Bandai came online did they really hit that up. They got, well, I guess they did it before that. But when Bandai came on, took the ownership, they did a bunch of paid streams. They got Hafu, they got Shady Bunny, they got Brian Kibler to do it multiple times. Of course, none of them stuck around because why would they? Right? They get paid. They get many more viewers watching other games. I think the crates being free might have been part one of the skins coming out. Also, if you look at the costs, they're fairly reasonable and not predatory, which is nice. It's definitely possible, Kiar. Definitely. Like, they might have looked at their key purchases and said, we're getting, you know, this many dollars per month. It's so insignificant that we should make our players happy and just give them to them, right? Because it's so insignificant to the bottom line. So, very likely that was also a discussion that happened, right? So, I don't know. I know there's a lot of things that I'm waiting for that would clearly telegraph that they are working on the game and investing resources into it. There are a lot of things that would telegraph that. I haven't seen 100%er yet. I've only seen oh, well, what about this? Oh, but it could be this, right? Like, it's one that could go both ways. So, there's definitely a few things that could happen, though, that would be 100% giveaway. And just waiting to see one of those things. Let's spectate. Let's spectate a game so we can talk more about this. How about Mystique? It is a mirror match. The winner of the Fei mirror match is whoever gets the most chip damage in and gets the board early. Definitely brought a lot of goodwill since they hit roughly around the time when the card crates are bad drama was going on, yeah. Nice old school shirt, Silver. Hey, William. It's funny you say that. I got this shirt for a video, as a prop for a video, and I got it at the thrift store. Like, I went to the thrift store to get, you know, just like prop clothes, and it's so comfortable that I wear it, but I got it for like $3 or something. It is very old school. It's not my usual style, but I wear it to change it up. Wait a minute. What just happened? What just happened? Ah! He targeted the wrong guy! Okay. Well, that was not as interesting as I thought. Let's look at this one. Plaid never dies. I know. Plaid never goes out of style. Neither do flames. Painted flames on the side of your truck or car never go out of style. Wings of Megazord. When your final boss disconnects. Did that just happen to you, Permanent? So you got a 12 thrown at you? Phoenix Fire. And... well, this is a Snowpiercer if I've ever seen it. What? Wow. I would have Snowpiercered the hell out of that thing. Because you know he's gonna miss Dragon Seal this bullcrap, right? Or inner focus it. Well, he's not gonna miss Dragon it. And he's not gonna inner focus it either. Take 5, damn. And he gets this back next turn. And he gets an extra mana to help him use it. Someone just wants their spells stolen, right? Is he just going face? I love it. Just face. Just face. Bam. Why did he oops? Why did he oops? Oh! He did the wrong target. He meant to hit there. Man, that's twice in a row. He wrong targeted. He must be drunk. He must be drinking tonight, guys. It's rare that you see that happen twice in a row. 2 games back to back. Man, that damage actually would have helped. Oh boy. We in trubs now. What spell can he get? Nothing. I mean, I guess he has to Grove Lion, right? So all he needs is a, he needs ping. He needs ping. Bender. Oh. 10, 12, 15. Wow. Lightbender did it. A 12-0? Wow. You got a final boss DC at 11-0 permanent? That's awesome. And by awesome, I mean not awesome, but awesome. "8-7 Blood Tier is king of the blood tiers." He definitely got promoted. That burning in Gauntlet. That last game, there was some good burn there. I like Vexic's relentless style. Vexic does have a relentless style. Every time I've tried to friend him, he ignores it. He leads a lonely life. He's a lone wolf. Ain't nobody bringing him down. He does not conform to society's views. He's his own cat.
Alright,
Lionar. Need our big dude removal. Nice, nice opener. Boom, boom. I have not cast that spell once this run. It's my Eternal Replace card. Hey, he's got the kitty icon. He's also got the kitty icon. Sunwisp! No. I wonder... No, I'm not gonna hit that. Would you hit that? I'd hit that. So I don't want to get Provoke jailed, but I would like a 5-drop potentially. So if I go here, he Silver Guards my face, which ain't good. He already knows what he's doing. He's like, forward 2, play a dude, and remove. 3 and Draining Wave. It's not Martyrdom. War Surge, okay. Interesting. So, 5-0. Or 4, hit this. What does this guy do? When he's at full health, he has 3 attack and he can roar it, so he can 8 me next turn. Suppose that's okay. I think I need to play this. Here? No. I could 4, but I think we want to play this. I'm just deciding where to put it. Somewhere where he can't... The problem is he could back up and provoke me here. I need this to be able to do something. I think I have to do this. So he roars this to 4-5. That War Surge cost him a card, right? Oh, no, it was free because of the Sunwisp. I'm like, how does he still have 5 cards? He got 1 free with the Sunwisp. This guy has been incredible for me. But I have 5 mana, so I might be able to do 1 and 4 next turn, maybe. Mabes. Mabes. He Tigers this, though, he gets a free card. Nope. That's cool. That's cool. Whichever one you roar, I hit the other one, bro. Actually, he played into Warbird. Hilarious. Because Nobody expects the birdie button. So I either provoke or play this. He's still deciding which one to roar. Is he gonna punch the bird? Holy crap. Well, this happens every time. I think I hit with this one. Oh, that's awesome. I think we're gonna play the Shield Master. He has 5 mana here. No, maybe I play this. No, the Shield Master is better. They take the damage here. Okay. I believe he is in what's known as Provoke Jail. Kron. Uh-oh, he can't, at least he can't get the force field minion. And he played it into this. Which do I have? 6 mana? I guess we go 4 and... have to kill that. Do I play this or the bird? I'm not sure I want this card, especially with that. Oh, Jesus. This happens, right? Probably just hit that. I want 2 of these. I don't have the death knell anymore, so I think we just do this. He might be able to play... He's got 6 mana. I think this is fine. Let's let him Tempest me. If he wants to Tempest this board, that's fine. He needs double Tempest. No double Tempest. Excellent. He might pony this, which would be fine. I need to dump cards out of my hand, unfortunately, if I'm ever going to play this. I'll just keep this, I guess. But, like, I have too much card draw. You got the pony? You don't got the pony. Healing Mystic. God, did he play both of those into Warbird? Jesus. I mean... That's so fun. 6 and 1, I guess. Can I kill him? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can also value trade here and play that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. No, I gotta punish this garbage, right? gotta punish that. No, I'm not gonna do it. Just get some of the cards out of my hand. He can't Empyreans claim these two. To be fair, that edgelord name was a reading for a new player. Red flag for a new player. Was it? Edgelord. Edgelord. My hand is just full of power, though. Look at this. It's like, how does he win from here? Okay. Free kill. Well played. Well played. Well played. 7, 8, 9. So I do this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, should be fine. Seven, 8, 9, 12. I get the cards right now, though. Oh, I'm supposed to get them right now. Not at the end of the turn. I guess if you kill him, it doesn't matter. You could trade the 4-2 into the Mystic and hit him for 5. Would that have been better? That would have been better, huh? Instead of trading in my 4-2 and value trading the... Well, that way I hit him for 9. I mean, he mitigated the damage, but the way I did it, I hit him for 9. The way you do it, you hit him for 5. So I like 9 better, even though I only ended up hitting him for 4, right? But potential 9 was better there. Is he playing with our new, with the new stuff he won last night? It's so nice that the gauntlet button is on the page, not halfway off the page like it was in the last patch. I have to retrain my brain to not click all the way over there.
Banner versus Songhai.
A little final boss music. Goodbye. Oh, this card is really good in this matchup. I might pass my first turn. Well, maybe not now. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna pass. If I had a 4 in my hand, I would not have passed. Crap. Can't attack it. He's not going to attack me. If I put it there, can he dancing blades it? No. I'm glad this wasn't the Mizuchi. Hey, doesn't Mind Cage 2 health now? Mind Cage is 2 health, right? I imagine this is dead. The thing is, if it's Free Blade, he gets wrecked here. He was trying for Free Blade. Whoa! Oh, he's got Phoenix Fire. He's got Phoenix Fire with his last 2 mana. Holy shit, he did. Holy crap. This has to be 4 and 1, right? Okay. I'm really surprised he made that attack. He gets a free card here, sure. But I'm still stronger than him right now. He needs a lot of removal. I'm a little worried about EMP, but he can't play that till next turn. Actually, 2 turns now, unless he saves this tile somehow. Well, this game is over unless he has Thunderbomb Gates. Sure. Dragon Seal. Dragon Seal Inner Focus. Yep. And he just draws all those cards back. Holy shit, does he have double Inner Focus? Does he have double Inner Focus for this? You are shitting me! Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Well, I guess I leave that. I don't think I'm gonna hit him there. I could do this. I don't think I need to, though. Yeah. Don't need to hit him. I played all my guys in the same corner, which was just, like, right into all that garbage. But it's fine. He has to have another reposition card. He dealt with it, though. He dealt with it. Alright, 5 mana left. Good, good, good. Hopefully he doesn't get the backstab. Hopefully he didn't roll the backstab. I didn't want to put it here. Good, good. Excellent. That kind of sucks. Have to kill that, huh? I mean, I can take a value trade here. I think I take the value trade and play 5 and 1. Or 3, 4, 5. No, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do this. I'm not punching him. I'm too low and he has too much burn potential left. How does he still have 6 cards? Oh, one of them's a pedal. Okay. So he has 5 cards and a pedal. The way I lose this game is by getting outburned. So, let's try not to let that happen. Or if he kills minions for free. With AoE. Okay. I can handle a 6. I can handle a 6. He has another spell he can cast. Crap, he gets out of Infiltrate. That sucks. Four, 8, 10, 11. I think I have to kill that stupid thing. I'm worried about this smacking me too much. Do I have enough? 4, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Ah, okay. I see it, I see it. Thanks, guys. We'll stop. We'll end it with the machine that goes bing. I almost didn't see it. You guys caught it in the middle of the turn. Good catch, guys. All right, I redeemed myself from the no 12s with Faye. That song was Megalovania from Undertale for someone who asked. It's like 3v1. How does he still have 6 cards? Yeah, that was lethal. Okay, so 3 cards rare or better, downgrade for common, upgrade for legendary. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Take it. And a key. Let's see what we got in the crate. I think it should guarantee me the skins I don't have, right? Yep. Oh, that's weird. I thought it had to give you the stuff you don't have. That would have been a pretty good gauntlet pack there. All right. Let's see what we got here. Hey, are any of these cards on discount? I don't think so. Nope. I think only one is guaranteed. Oh, that makes sense. All right, let's reset the counter. Ooh, rags. Let's take rags and see if I can roll Magmar. I always get so screwed with the drafts in Magmar, though. Let's see if I can roll the Magmar quest. One time, Magmar. Aw. What's up, Radama? Oh, this song is super annoying. I gotta fast forward it. There we go. Okay. So, Chrysalis Burst? I mean, what am I really gonna take here? A 6/6 for 2? No, I'm gonna take the Chrysalis, right? I want it. Earthwalker versus Dampening Wave. So we take the Earthwalker. I mean, Dampening Wave is actually pretty good. Our hacker, thanks for the host, sir. Much appreciated, dude. Any highlights from your stream that you want to call out? Any good drama? Earthwalker versus Dampening Wave. Earthwalker versus Dampening Wave. Maybe I take Dampening Wave for the tempo play. Yeah, I'm gonna take Dampening Wave. I'm gonna try it. Ooh, Lava Lance is good. Oh god, so is Colossus though. Oh, you get Lava Lance back. So nice. Oh, we get more Incur back too. I mean, I have to take the removal. Although it sucks to pass up Colossus. I kind of like this guy. Let's take him. The second one, or Veil? I'll take Veil. Endure the Beastlands. Nah. Summon an egg of the minion most recently summoned. I guess we take the Night Watcher. Haraguro! Thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you. Tiger. Tectonic Spikes. Godhammer or Fate Sealer? Godhammer is a little bit more playable in Ragnar than it is in Vath. Let's see what's in the pool for Magmar legendaries that we could get. For legendaries, we could get such awesome cards as Eternal Heart, Garbage, Twin Fang, Vindicators, Drogon sucks, Earth Sisters okay, Giggity. Sucks. This sucks. Progenitor's okay. Sucks. Sucks. Good. Great. Sucks. Great. Great. Okay, great. So it's mostly garbage. mostly. So let's look at the other cards. So do I want Tectonic Spikes or Godhammer over a kind of a pretty tough roll here? My curve is still low enough that I could take Spikes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think the pick is here? You guys want Slot Machine, or do you think I should take a more sensible pick? Amaro says roll the dice. Take Spike for options. Two for Spikes. The Earthwalker. There is no Earthwalker here. She's lagging. Krell likes the Godhammer. We got 1 vote for Godhammer, 2 votes for Spikes, and 1 vote for Casino. Both players draw 3 cards, though. It's pretty scary. I think I'm gonna take the Spikes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spikes. Oh, this card has been great for me. Let's take that. So I need some removal. Ask and ye shall receive. Do I want natural or plasma? Probably the plasma. Oh, Wild Inceptor is so good. No! I have to take the natural. I can't take it. It's so good, though. Oh, I hope I get another one of those. Ooh, epic. Let's see if I can get one of the power epics. Come on, hit me. Hit me! God damn it. These are terrible. Has to be that one. I was hoping I'd get one of the Magmar power epics. Quillbeast or Crater? Quillbeast synergizes really nicely with the Bloodbound spell. It doesn't kill the egg. That said, a Hulk on turn 2 is pretty good. I think I need some AoE. The Quillbeast is a little more useful than this. Interesting. This gets me out of Provoke Jail. This is a finisher, and this gives me back spells. I have 6 spells. That's actually pretty nice. 5-0, 5-1. It's not bad. I think I need a utility card, though. I'll take the Grovekeeper. Tiger versus Claws. Probably Claws. Kills Giago every time. I only have 2 2-drops. I actually have to take this, which really sucks, right? I guess I could take Dampening Wave here. I need more 2-drops. It was pretty crazy for me not to take that Sworn. The second epic that wasn't a Magmar epic. Come on, man. I'll take Elucidator, probably. Yeah. Need 2-drops bad. Wild Inceptor, Plasma Storm 2. Yeah. Come on, 2-drops. I'm taking anything with a 2 on it. Bam. Gazer, Fortitude, or Flamewing. Fortitude. 8 spells. Take the Raptor. Still need more 2-drops. Big time. Can't take that. Man. Natural 2 versus a very, very important card. Jesus, man. I really want to take this natural. But I'm going to get screwed in my early game if I don't take some dudes. Sucks. Should have taken the natural. Okay. Oh, God. Scorn. Yeah. Scorn's back in the house. Life Force. Bellow is really good. Or Gazer. Bellow versus Gazer. Bellow versus Gazer. Take the Bellow. Oh, I get another shot at a Magmar Epic, guys. I'm gonna take it. Come on, give me a Magmar Epic. Green, green, green. Yes, I got one. Not the best, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. That was a really weird draft. It sucks that I had to... Man, I had to make some really tough choices in that draft. And I'm going to have to babysit the 3/5/5 a lot. So... in a way, those 3/5/5s are just removal.
Magmar versus Magmar.
Hey, I'm playing Lionar. I don't have a lot of 2-drops. There's one. This is Vath we're playing against. I think I keep my hand. I like all of the utility of all the, except this card. Amu! We got Battle Pets! Oh wow, this thing's gonna buff twice, that's awesome. Whoop. So I don't want him to come here and Naga this. I actually want to make sure it lives. So he can't natural this now. And he, unless he has double natural, and then that's fine. Hank. Okay. 1, 1, 4, 0. I feel like he might. Let's see. Or just 4. Let's do it. Let's do 4 and 0. Wait. Enemy minion. That sucks. I don't really want to go 1-4. Just because if he Plasma Storms, he clears everything. Maybe not. Okay, Plasma Storm does not accomplish much. And Natural Select is also a dead card. I guess I should have put this here. It's really not doing anything here. I don't mind if he takes a kill on that. If he wants to stay right here to do it. I don't really have any heals, though. I'm gonna need some heals. Yeah, my Natural Select is also dead. How bad is this? 5 health. Oh, that works. I was saying. Can I get this and that down? No, I can't. Okay. Pulverizer putting in some work here. Oh! Welcome to... Provoke Jail. Okay. So much effort. Rip to Rebuke? Yeah. Rebuke is a really hard card to play around. It's kind of like Betrayal and Necrotic Sphere. It's just so hard to play around those cards. I need to get it up on a single hotkey to get Provoke Jail up, but it's hard to do that. Actually, I could do it. I could do it. Why did it not work? Suggest to OBS. I'm not sure why it didn't work. Whoops, did I just cancel my queue? God damn it. I got a name change, so I'm not on the top of everyone's friend list. Jukebox, are you on here? What's your name, Juke? Are you Doofy Bear? I'm Doofy Bear.
Desmond the Moon Bear. How did I get here?
Yeah, you gotta put Z Doofy Bear. Man, these queue times. Hey, it's a mirror match. Well, we have to watch out for things like Morincur and Inceptor now. This is good. This is actually pretty good. I need a 2-drop though. Scorn is pretty good. Guess we ditch that. What is this garbage? Shit. Don't I have more 2-drops than this? Well, at least I have a play. Shammy Sham. Building. Don't need to worry about this just yet. A 4-drop, but not 2 cards. Whoa! Silhouette Tracer. Oh, Sunseer. Okay. Wow, he's dumping. He's dumping his hand. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Fortitude, sure. He is so wrecked. He is so wrecked. I'm so sorry, man. God damn. Does he realize that it has rebirth?
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
He does not realize that. Whenever this attacks, so even if I play the counterattack card, it's no good. So, I have to do 4 here. I don't think I'm gonna use this. What happened? What happened? Okay. Holy shit. I'm gonna use this. Does he have 6 mana? He does. So I don't want to get Macanturt. That replace was really weird. Rancor into this. He can't hatch it. Not with 3 mana. Sure. Kill the egg for free. Do I play this? I need to start getting some damage in. I'm worried about putting everything to 1 health. Like, that is just bad. Get the hell rid of this card. I think I need to play this, and I probably need to play this. Okay. I'll take it. I was gonna dump both of these cards to keep something out of, like, scorn range for him. Why didn't you choose to attack him with the 5/5? Because when it attacks, it becomes an egg. Final Fantasy? I believe so. Let me see. Final Fantasy X. Yep. Oh, is he on my friends list? He's the guy I just played, right?
Abyssian versus
Cast is a really hard matchup for this deck. It's the counter. Oh, this is good though. Quill Beast. Kind of want to hang on to this. Really? Really? It is a win con. No. Let's do that. There's no way I can play the puppy and this. Oh, that's cool. Probably the Quill Beast. It's more mana efficient. Damn, this and the puppy would have been good. He can come here if he wants. Play some stuff. Nope. This doesn't do anything. This everything? All minions. You gonna whip that? Crack that whip. Repulsor Beast. It's alright. I have to play it defensively. Can't put it here because he goes ping kill. So that ain't gon' do it. If he has a second lure, he can kill this. But that'll be ping lure. That's 3 of his 5 mana. So he needs like ping lure 2-drop to get tempo here. Imagine he doesn't use this turn, so he has it ready next turn to match up with mine. Because if he uses it here, I get the egg out. What's interesting is I cannot cast this with this out, and I have to freaking remember that. Don't play this minion. God, whatever you do. Don't let me do it, guys. Do not let me do it. 2, 4. So I'll take the free hit here for sure. Question is, do I play this and this? If I hatch it, does it not get rushed because of that? Jesus, I don't know, man. I want 5 and 1 next turn, so I think I'll probably just natural this. Maybe I'll pop that. If I cast this, I just need to put this out. Okay. He has to use the ping here. My natural wasn't getting any better than that with that 1-drop on the board, so might as well use it. I guess I could have Plasma Stormed. I believe an egg activation does not rush. Does anybody know if an egg activation with Night Watcher in play happens? Like, can anyone confirm or deny with 100% certainty that the egg does or does not hatch and get to attack? This is actually hurting me pretty bad, but... You can't hit me with it, bro. Yeah, you might as well hit that. So hit that, hit this, try to hatch the egg, and God help me if it doesn't work. Right? Oh, I can do this. Better for me to take the 3 than the 4. Five, 6, 7. Thing is, if he has Necrotic Sphere, it's so hard to play around that. Maybe I just go 5. 5-1. This is fine. Just really don't want to play that there, but I have to. No, I don't. Yeah. Alright, so he's got 5 mana, and if he has Necrotic Sphere, he will use that and leave this up and run back 1. Yeah. Ooh, no Necrotic Sphere. Excellent. Excellent! He does not have it. He has to be there. Gambler. God, this is so annoying. I can't cast this stupid thing. Oh, I guess I can kill this with Rush, though. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. This is gonna suck if it doesn't work. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? God help me if this doesn't work. Sweet. All right, pretty good. Now we know. The hatch works. This, however, is a dead card. He has to kill this eventually. He's gonna have to DT this eventually. Fine. Please kill this for me. No. It's not gonna happen. Okay, heal. And you got a 1-drop? Maybe I just cast this. Probably.
Finish him.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't cast this. This I don't get charged because of this Jello. So no, there's no lethal. Mandrake, Huntress. Oh, Krygon. Damn. So he'll ping that one and hit this one, I guess. Oh, Rex, he doesn't care about that. Okay. He'll kill these two, I guess. He'll leave the Rex and he'll just ping that one and maybe... But I blocked him from getting too far from this. Ping the Mandrake, maybe? He doesn't have breath, that's good. Look at all the anti-synergy I have in this deck, man. Pandora. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's lethal. Had he put the Pandora here, it would not have been lethal. BT dubs. BT dubs. You know what I should do? I should play this and oops him. That'd be funny. Should I play this and oops him? No, I'm not gonna do it. That would be a BM move, though. Oops him, rope, and then scorn. If Hepmind is here, what's the BM rating on a scale of 1 to 10 of that move? What would it be? Can't believe William Blake was all over my shirt today. It's like, damn, man. He's just not holding back, firing shots whenever there are shots to be fired. Ooh, Draco's playing Gauntlet, huh? Well, he was. See you later, Radima. I have a question, Silver. From Impetusk, what's your opinion as game developers for CPG ditched the rotation back? Oh, I did say we were going to talk about that. So, let's talk about it. What the hell? I'm getting cold called in Reddit now. That's great. Where's the patch? Here we go. So I said we would talk about this a little bit today. So if you watched my stream last night, I talked a little bit about this, and I mentioned that what this accomplishes, in my opinion, is a focus on existing players at the expense of new players, right? So they're making a concerted effort to make the game more appealing to existing players, knowing that they're making it a little bit less accessible to new players who come in. And then everybody else has all these cards, and they're like, well, where do I start, right? And they're just like, they're not like, screw new players, but they're like, let's make the game better for existing players, right? Now, why would you do that? Well, you would do that if that's your highest priority before you do something, whether that thing is add some new features, make a new marketing push for new players, or sunset the game, right? Could be any of those things. Hard to say, but clearly, canceling rotation is a play to appeal to existing players, right? What are my opinions on game developers? I mean, they made a choice. I don't know why they made the choice. I can only presume and think of like a few reasons, right? So I think I told you why they might have made that choice, but they did. And certainly there were existing players who were upset they can't use their cards, so they listened, right? Was that the only reason? Yeah, we just wanted to listen to players who complained about it. I don't think so. I'm almost certain that players complaining about it was only one of a very small reason, of which there was a larger reason that they're not saying. And I don't know what it is. But it's okay because they got the benefit of being the good guy, right? Like, hey, we're listening to players. You guys didn't want us to rotate the cards out, so we brought the cards back. Cool. Same thing with the queues, right? Hey, you guys were complaining about longer queue times, so we took out the second queue, right? I talked about this earlier on the stream in Impetusk this evening, but Duelist has never been able to sustain 2 ladder queues, right? They tried it earlier, even when there were more daily active users than there were today, couldn't do it. So there's no way, like, it was kind of silly to think that we'd be able to support that. In fact, yeah, it just didn't make any sense to me. So it makes sense that they took it back out. Okay, so did that answer your question? I mean, I don't think counterplay is bad. I don't think they're stupid. I don't think they're not listening to the community. I think they made a business decision. There's absolutely a business reason behind that decision. They're not saying what it is. That's okay. We don't have to know that. But I think it was a fine decision. Like, me personally, I'm an existing player, so I like having access to all my cards, so that's great. You're an existing player too, right? So this is great. We're happier. Existing players are happier for all of the decisions that they made because we got shorter queue times, we got all our cards, there's new skins, there's free crates. Like, how are existing players not totally happy by all of these decisions, right? You should be, right? I am. Let's talk about the changes, though. Did I miss a thread that said there was a visualization of the new cards? Visualization of card changes. Let's check this out. Cool, let's go through these. Alright. So I'm going to go over the gauntlet implications of these, and, you know, if you guys have a question about Constructed, I might touch on it, but I'm mainly going to talk about the gauntlet implications. So this card was never used in Gauntlet, does not matter one bit. Nope. Has no effect. It might have an effect in Constructed, but it would be a kind of small one. But it's nice. It's a buff to that card. Desolator going to 2-1. This doesn't really affect Gauntlet. This card is just as pickable at 3-1 and 2-1. Like, it doesn't really matter. This card is still great in Gauntlet. You wouldn't not pick it because of this debuff. It's still great. And I think it's still fine in Constructed, too. Visage. This card is even better in Gauntlet. It's you know, it's an average power card, and it's a little better now, but it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna pick this more now because it's -4 instead of -3. It still effectively does the same thing. Night Fiend getting buffed to a 4/4. Deal 2 damage to each enemy on or near. Deal 2 damage to each enemy on or near. It's kind of weird that they reformatted the text. It says the exact same thing, right? On or near. Friendly Shadow Creep. Yeah, so they just buffed the stats. So this card has got better in Gauntlet. This card was pickable in Cass if you had a bunch of creep generation, and it's, I guess, more pickable if you're Cass and have a bunch of creep generation. But the stat line is almost playable on its own. If it were 5/5/5, it'd be playable on its own, but it's still not. It's still a crappy statted minion. But man, if you're Cass, you consider this. And now that Sphere is back in the meta, in rotation, this has another synergy card too. Let's compliment. I really appreciate you as a person and an entertainer. Thanks for making the world a better place. Whoa, that's not the right sample. Ah, that was better. Thanks, Let's Compliment. Are you a bot or are you a human? I don't know, but either way, I appreciate it. Sphere sucks now, though? Yeah, it did. We'll get to that. You're right. I forgot it got nerfed. You're right. Skull Prophet went from a 3/3 to a 2/4. I kind of liked it as a 3/3, honestly. I'm not really sure why they did this. But it's aight. I guess now, because a minion and a general can kill this, and this it can't. Like a 2-drop and the general now whiff on this. So, like if the general tries to attack into it, you need a 3-attack dude to kill it. So, I don't know. This makes it a little better, I guess. It makes it a little more resilient, the 4 health. Here's Sphere. Turn an enemy minion space. Yeah, this card got nerfed to hell. Not just because of the mana, but because the function of it got nerfed too. Like, you could put it anywhere on the board. You could throw it in the corner and then teleport a guy to a creep tile. Like, there were so many uses this card had that it was amazing. And now it's just okay. You will still take this card in Gauntlet, though, because you need pings. Like, pings are really important, and it is still effectively a ping, but you can't use it on the general anymore. And it does replace itself, which is nice. So you still pick this card. It just sucks that it wasn't what it once was. It's kind of like when Siphon Energy got nerfed. That was a beating. But this card is still pickable, whereas Siphon Energy just sucks now. Can't use it on random tiles. I know, you can't like shut off their mana tiles with it. The releaser got buffed to a 2-drop. And when it breaks, summon a random friendly non-Pokemon game nearby. Same. So this card sucks in Gauntlet, you don't take it. So you still don't take it. It could be 1 cost. It could be 0, and you would not take it. Like, the function has to change for this card to be playable in Gauntlet. Alright, what's next? Lionar. Dawn's Eye got a buff. This card was good before. It's better now. It wasn't awesome, but it was good. Like, 4 damage burn from hand on your general is pretty good. For 5 now, this is good. 5 mana for 4 damage is good. That they have to hit you 3 times even after you smash face with it. They have to hit you 3 times to knock it off. This card is good. It got better. It got more pickable in Gauntlet, I think. Peacekeeper got a buff. This card was still very pickable in Gauntlet, and now it's even more so. It doesn't matter, effectively. Except it's harder to kill now. Like, this card is now bonkers good. Because, like, you could, like, ping it and then hit it with your 3 and your general or whatever. Now you can't do that. Like, now you need a 4-drop in the general to hit it and a ping. Or general in a 6 attack thing. Like, sometimes you could general and tiger this. Man, this is going to be really hard to deal with now. So it's great. Releaser's a dead card. It is in Gauntlet, yeah. Dragoon, Kendar Taggart himself. That made this card a little worse. But better if you have to roll it out as a 3-drop, right? It's better turn 1 and worse on any other turn. So, it's still a great card and you still pick this in Gauntlet. Like, you pick this card anyways. I mean, you don't pick it over Iron Cliff, but this card's very pickable in Gauntlet, and a 3/4/4 is pretty good. I mean, I have to kill this thing, so I like it. But man, now the RNG will just be like, you never know what it's gonna hit. You can't manipulate the RNG as much anymore as you could before. I guess they didn't want Skarsig getting hit with this a lot. I don't know. Solaris got a debuff. I mean, you still get to draw 3 cards for 5, so it's still good. It doesn't matter if this thing lives or not. You always play this defensively anyways, so this card is not really pickable in Gauntlet. You pick it if you have 2 crappy legendaries and a lot of low-cost cards. That's when you would pick this, but it's no more or less pickable than it was before, in my opinion. Next. The cheaper part is nice. Yeah, I mean, it is, but it would need to be 4 for draw 3 for it to be like, oh my god, pick that over other good cards. But that way, not so much there. If you guys disagree and say, I want to challenge that opinion, go ahead and say so in chat. But I mean, I am putting thought into these. Dreadnought got an extra health. It was already pretty pickable, pretty playable at 4/6 rebirth. But 4/7 rebirth, the 7 health is pretty tough. But 6 is the threshold where it gets really hard to kill, right? You can kill things for 5 pretty easily. 6 is where it gets tough. 7 is pretty much just as tough as 6. Like, you need a Hailstone Golem in a general and a ping to kill this. You need something with 5. Like, this is hard too, but you don't always have a Hailstone Golem, so even 6 is hard. Solaris is a nice complement to his big brother Titan in Constructed. Yeah, because you can cycle through your deck and you can't play the heal card, the 4-cost heal card like that. I can't think of the name right now. has that 4 costume card? Trinitio, right? Trinitio? Trinitio. You can't play that in Titan. Okay, so next we have Flaming Stampede. Goes from 8 to 8. 5 damage to all non-egg. Deal 8 damage to... Wow! This card got better. This card got pickable in Gauntlet. Like, I can count on one hand the number of times I even considered picking this card in Gauntlet when it was offered, but at 8/8 for 8, I will definitely consider picking this. It's a Spiral. It's a Spiral finisher. This card got really good. Spiral Stampede. That's why you guys were saying Spiral Stampede. Yeah, this card got much more pickable. I like it. I don't like this. This card was busted in Gauntlet, though. Like, just busted in Ragnarok. So you get one more turn. But, man, if you pick up this card in Ragnarok, you are a happy camper. Because it's not till 7 you can force an egg punch with this. It's better in Spiral because it's an Obliterate. I know. Yeah, it's great. Omniseer, turn a nearby space. Oh, this card got way better. This card got way better. Because you don't have to have a minion on it. Yeah. I mean, this card was already pretty good. Because when you play a Primal Flourish tile in Gauntlet, the opponent has to babysit the crap out of it. Because they can never let that thing a minion pop on that. So I think this card got better. It was already pretty good. But, like, I mean, it's not like it got so much better that you'd pick it over an incredible card. It's just a little better. Elder went to 7/7, but like I said before, 6 is the damage threshold that's hard to kill. So 7, great. It's no better or worse. It's no better of a card because of the 7/7. Like, if you play Solitaire Elder at 6/6, you win the game, probably. Unless you're, like, about to lose. It doesn't matter if it's 7. I mean, I guess Lost doesn't kill it now. Lost in the Desert. But it wouldn't kill it anyways because there would be an egg next to it, so, yeah, I don't know. Omniseer goes from good to better since it can override the enemy's tile, too. That's true. You can use it to, like, you can play a tile aggressively and then make him babysit that tile. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Tremor went to 1. This card is bad in Gauntlet. So, even though they made it better, it still sucks. You don't take this card. Unless it's this and 2 battle pets, maybe. It's bad, though. Fulmination went from 4 to 3. This card is almost unplayable. It's pretty unplayable in Gauntlet, so it doesn't matter. They can make it 0, and it doesn't even matter. Because if you... How many times have you guys played a Gauntlet game where you had a Primal Flourish tile and a minion on it, right? Like, it just doesn't happen. It's a constructed card. Maybe Trevor could see playing constructed. Maybe. I'm not aware of any decks that play this. Until there's some stun synergy in Magmar, I don't know, man. Veteran Silly goes back to... It used to be a 4/5. Then they made him a 4/3. Now they're compromising with 4/4. It's pretty good. Like, now he can't be Dancing Blades did, right? So, this is definitely better. He's more pickable now than he was before. And that's good. And he's a common, so you're going to pick this guy more. I mean, he's good. He's definitely good now. And Visionar. From a 5/6/3 to a 5/5/6. Wait a second. I got Armada in my draft, not this card, right? Because I just realized it looks like it. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look that much like it. The stat line is incredible. Like, it's a lot better than this. So, this card is now the same stats as the Vitruvian card, the rare card that lets your general move multiple spaces, Incinera. 556 is really good stats. Because again, the 6 health damage threshold, right? 6 health is 6 is the new 5. It's very hard to remove things with 6 health on it. So, super nice. And it gets 1/1, so it's immediately a 5/6/7 instead of a 5/7/4. This is really good. Really good. Yeah, he already is a 6/7. So like a 5/6/7. I mean, are there any minions with that stat line? Are there any minions with 5/6/7? Life Chicken is 5/7 and it's 7. I think this is the strongest minion at 5. Let's see. Is there a stronger minion than a 5/6/7? Just raw stats. Here's a 5/6/9. So technically Ash Method is stronger than that. But, oh, 5/4/9. It's the same. It's the same as a Bright Moss Golem, I guess, except the stats are redistributed differently. Yeah, okay. Oh, and there's a 9/9. Yeah, whatever, it's not that great. But it's definitely better than it was before. Because if they don't kill it, it just gets big. Next. Songhai. This is nice. This card was almost completely unplayable before. At 5, it's only moderately unplayable. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's probably still unplayable. I mean, and you never pick this card over good cards. So if you have garbage like Ion, Mana Vortex, Bombard, maybe you take it. And Riva, maybe in Riva, but it's really bad. Calligrapher goes from 7/3/7 to 7/3/7, but you get the spells right away, so this card got a lot better. It was already super pickable before, it's really super pickable now. Maybe you get a Phoenix Fire that you can play on the same turn. Coalfist goes to... Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Hands are off the device. Okay. This card is no better at 5/4 than it was at 4/4. It's still good. It's a Dark Iron Dwarf from Hearthstone, right? And they buffed it a stat. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's still good. It's no more pickable than it was before, or less. Hornless dude just walked by talking to himself, carrying a Bible. Homeless dude. Stop it! Talking to himself while carrying a Bible. Strange things. How do you know he was talking to himself, Kiar? How do you know he was not communing with the spirits? The Holy Spirits? You don't know, man. You don't see what he sees, man. Just shut up, man. You don't know. You don't know me. Okay. Dusk Rigger. He went to a 3/3. I mean, great. Does that help? Yeah, it does, actually. So, normally, if this were against Ion and Mana Vortex, you would resign the draft. Now you will pick this minion. Because at least it's a 3/3/3. It still sucks. Yeah, it sucks. It's bad. So, boy, man, we're gonna have to give the awe on this one. This one makes me sad. Katara getting nerfed to backstab 1. I mean, it's still pickable because sometimes you need early game, but man, the backstab 3 was nice on this thing because you feared the crap out of it. You're just like, God, please don't let them miss Dragon Seal it. Don't let them miss Dragon Seal it. Don't have inner focus. Because this thing can knock dudes out. It's still playable, but not nearly as much as it was before. Sometimes you just need early game minions, though, in Songhai and Gauntlet, so you play it. And it probably nerfed it out of Constructed, I guess. Like, you probably don't play this in Constructed anymore. Yeah, Katara got hit really hard. Hardest sphere. Zendo loses an attack, but he's still amazing. You still totally take this card. It's still just as good in Gauntlet as it ever was before. Doesn't even matter that it lost an attack. It matters a little, but not that much. But now because it's at 3 attack, you wonder, do I play it so the general runs into it? Or do I let the general run into me and keep it at 6 health, right? Like, when it was at 4 attack, that was a bigger dilemma, right? You're like, getting 2 more attack on it for hitting the Zendo might be worth letting it go down to 4 health, right? But now you're like, yeah, it's only 1 more attack. Is it better to keep it at 6? Don't know, right? So that choice will be interesting now. Manakite Drifter. Build 2. This card was not pickable at all before. And now... Probably not. Probably still not. Probably still not. If it were build 1 and no gain, it would be totally pickable. But it isn't. It's pretty bad. You don't want to be waiting 2 turns as Songhai. You need to be fighting for board in Gauntlet. And you cannot afford to stop 2 turns. Maybe you can as a faction with more removal, but Songhai needs dudes on board. Because once you get put in provoke jail, if you have an empty board, you're wrecked. So this card's bad. It's not any better. Your general gains backstab +4. 1 attack and backstab 4. Do you guys remember old Mask of Shadows? Wasn't it 2 attack and backstab 4? This card got super playable in Constructed. Did it used to be +2 backstab 4? I think it did, right? Let's see if we can find the old pre-nerf version of this. I don't totally remember. It did, okay. Yeah, so this brings it back 1 step closer to the powerhouse that it once was. This card was amazing and Constructed back in the day. In Gauntlet, it's still... This is now in the pickable. This is now pickable. You would consider taking this if the other legendaries weren't great. I like it. Well played. Well played on this one. Yeah, 5 damage, right? If you get a backstab. So that's 2, 3, and 4. That's 7. You can kill a 7 from the back with that. Penumbrax got build 2, backstab 2. Whenever this transformed into a building with build 1. Whenever this backstabs from build with build 1. What exactly did they change other than moving the text off the card? Oh, 4-1. Jesus. So, I have never seen this minion picked in Gauntlet until Nara picked it. I saw Nara pick this minion and I was like, what? I don't know if it did much for him, because I think this card is pretty bad in Gauntlet, and I don't think the 4 attack matters at all. Now it's 6 on backstab. Like, you might not be able to kill it when it's in its building form, but if you can't reposition it, this thing, you can play around it. Like, it's just, I think it's bad. So maybe Kalios. Maybe you bring it in Kalios. But that's it. You can't play this in any other faction. It's pretty bad. Sparrowhawk got a buff. This card was pickable only if you had a bunch of Arcanists. And a lot of times you would get this off Blue Conjurer. So it's better if you get it off Blue Conjurer, but it's no more or less pickable than it was before. Well, that's not true. It's pickable as a, hey, I need a random 3-drop. And maybe I get an Arcanist later. So now you can actually pick this preemptively, whereas you couldn't do it before. You're like, no way I'm in hell am I picking a 3/3/2 if I don't have any Arcanists. But now you're like, my deck is short on 3-drops, which is pretty rare in Songhai, but bear with me. My deck is short on 3-drops. The other 2 cards suck. I'm going to take this, and then you get Arcanist later, and you're like, cool, synergy. So it's better. Definitely better. Rabbit says it could maybe go in Shidai, but it's not as reliable as Kalios. Yeah, fair enough. Like, you get the random repositioning cards in Shidai. 2-1-3 to 2-1-4. This card is no more or less pickable at 4 health than it was at 3. And when it was at 3, it was not really pickable unless you absolutely need a 2-drop. In general, this card is bad, even at 4 health. Now, if it were 2-2-3, it would be pickable, very pickable in Gauntlet, but at 2-1-4, no. Or if the 1 attack was permanent, it would be pickable. But at 2-1-4, no. Twilight Fox got a health. This card was not very pickable in Gauntlet before. The only time I ever picked this card is when the other 2 legendaries were garbage. And at 4 health, it's the same thing. 3 health and 4 health is the same damage threshold, so, I mean, Phoenix Fire doesn't kill this, I guess, but it's not really a defensive minion, so, kind of sucks. Vanar. This is good for Gauntlet, but bad for Fae. This is the best removal in all of, it was the best removal in all of Fae's arsenal. This is the #1 removal card you would take at 2. At 3, it's still probably the #1 removal card. Still. Just because the tempo swing is still so great. You're like, oh, what's that, Grandmaster Krygon? Boom, deal with it, play a 6-drop. Like, just ridiculous. It's still amazing. It is no less pickable at 3 than it was at 2. You still jam this card every time you see it. Choose a stunned minion, put a copy of it. Now it's 0. I mean, only even considerable as Elena, and even then, only if the other 2 cards are bad. So, yeah. Not really. And in Constructed, this is playable. Sure. Constructed, it's playable, but not outside of that. Stun an enemy, stun a minion. Ah, you can't use it on the general anymore. This makes the Vath versus Fae matchup a little bit better for Vath. Well, let me say a little less bad for Vath. But this card is still just as pickable as it was before. You don't use it on the enemy general too much, only when you're Vath. So, maybe on Vitruvian, but almost 9 times out of 10, maybe even higher than that, you're gonna use this on a minion anyways. So, it's just fine. No more scummy turn 1, yai. Oh. Turn 1, frigid the enemy general to get the mana tile. Yeah, that's true. It shuts off that play, which is really good for the game in general. Ice Age went from 7 to 8. This card never got played. This card is not pickable in Gauntlet, and it is now definitely not pickable. I mean, it's no less or more pickable than it was 7 and 8. You don't pick that card ever. So Dredger got boosted to 1. Is it the same effect? Whenever you general damage an enemy, randomly teleport them, start off. So, you never pick this card. You never pick this in Gauntlet. You get it off Grincher sometimes, but you pretty much never seek out this card. So even at 0, it wouldn't help its Gauntlet playability. Is it more playable in Constructed? Sure. But you have to build a deck around it. So Gauntlet has no impact. And last but not least, Wind Sister. Now it's an aura, so you can have the minion on the board. So it got a little better. So it's nice because now you can use it as a combat trick. So that is meaningful, right? Like you have a Cloaker down, and or even the Crystal Arbiter, right? Which is the 2/1/4 that turns into a 4/4 on their turn, and now it's a 5. Or now on your turn, it gets that 1 extra attack and health, which is pretty good because they don't see it coming. So this card is more pickable now than it was before, especially if you have Vespers in your, Infiltrate minions in your deck. Sorry, Crystal Arbiter doesn't have Infiltrate. My bad. What are the minions this synergizes with? Let's actually see. The Snow Chaser doesn't matter, because if a Snow Chaser's living, I guess it gets another attack. There's more minions with Infiltrate than these. Come on, man. So Shivers gets an attack. That's meaningful. Myriad gets an attack. Nope. Myriad does not. Rippler gets an attack. That Rippler is pretty good. It doesn't even have to be in Infiltrate, does it? Yeah. That's pretty nice, because if you play the Snow Rippler, whatever, or the Fox, the bird, the Wolf. God, why can't I search for Infiltrate minions? You know, the Wolf Raven? If you play the Wolf Raven, and then they run over onto your side of the board, and then you give it a 1/1 by playing that, that's meaningful. This guy. Right? Because they're like, haha, you don't have +3 attack anymore. And you're like, no, but I do have +1/+1. So these are good, because sometimes they run away from Infiltrate. You still get the bonus. Any other Infiltrate stuff? I mean, I guess it hits... It hits Frosthorn Rhino, but if you get Frosthorn Rhino to, you're already winning the game. I mean, it makes it a 7/6 on your side of the board, which is nice. Okay. Wolf Raven. Yeah, thanks, Jello. All right, last, and then we get the neutrals. Nimbus goes to 5. That's good for the game. Bad for Gauntlet because Vitruvian needs as much removal as they can get, and now this just got worse. So they made this change for Constructed, and it hurt the faction in Gauntlet, which sucks. Vitruvian has got splash damage a lot of times. They're like, oh, we have to fix this broken combo in Constructed, and Gauntlet gets nerfed because Siphon Energy and other stuff. Although we did get Falcius back, but we're going to talk about Falcius in a minute. Duskweaver got a 1 attack. He's no more or less pickable than he was before. So you would always take this card under the same circumstances than you would before, even with the 2. He's pickable. Definitely pickable. He replaces itself. Psychic Conduit came back. That's right. That's nice. Equality Constraint went down to 1. This is good for killing buildings. So occasionally you take this. It's no more or less pickable at 2 than it is at 1 than it is at 2, though. So it's utility, and sometimes you take it. Falcius went to 4. But we got Falcius back. And I think that's a net gain. I think this is a net gain. You just have to remember play around Falcius at 4 mana on. So what they can't do is like turn 1, whiff, turn 2, you play something on the mana tile, turn 2, they Falcius kill it. They can't do that anymore unless they played a minion and can get onto the 4 mana tile. So this card is amazing in Gauntlet, and now it's back, and that's good times. Lost in the Desert, 6-5. That's kind of a downer. But 5 is still great. You still totally take this card. You're 32% more sad about it than you were before. But like I said, 6 is the damage threshold that's hard to kill, and now, you know, Lost doesn't even kill it. This card is still great, though, in general. This card went up 1 in cost, but it's not pickable in Gauntlet, so... eh. Unless they make trial cards draftable in Gauntlet, we don't have anything to say about this. But how about in Constructed? General reaches the other side of the battlefield with an equipped artifact, and costs 6. I don't even know what this does. You guys have to tell me how busted or better this card is now. Honestly, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't really know. Since I haven't played this card. Osrix came down and became a Storm Arathra. So now it's a Storm Arathra, which kind of sucks. I mean, he comes out a turn earlier, but the 8 attack was pretty meaningful. I mean, he was kind of like a Ember Worm, right? Because you get weapons and you can smack face. Oh, well, he has to die, though. He's just as pickable as he was before, though. Like, you would take this in the same scenarios and you would pass it up in the same scenarios. I don't think it changed for Gauntlet. People lose to nose only because people don't have the tech for artifacts. Fair enough. Pantherin got a nice buff, but it's still garbage in Gauntlet. You never pick this card. It could be 0-8-8. Oh, no kid. Oh, wait a second. Now it's a Storm Metal Golem. Hold on. Back it up, let's calm down.
Let's everybody just calm down, shall we?
This card is playable now. This card is playable now as a Storm Metal Golem, right? And on the off chance that you get the text to proc, great. But you won't get the text to proc. Yeah, I did jump the gun there. Sorry about that, guys. So let's slow it down a little bit. Back up to 8 health like it used to be back in the day. That's really nice. This card was pickable before, and now it's even more so. So it's great. It's great, but you see this card come up and you're like, oh man, why wasn't it Lost or Star's Fury or Rasha's? But if you don't have those, you know, maybe you pick it. It's still good. It's slightly more pickable than it was before because it lives like maybe 1 more turn. Sandswirl Reader is still the best card in the entire faction in Gauntlet. Even nerfed to 3 health, it's still the best card in the entire faction. And this is the #1 card that you want to see when you draft Vitruvian. There is no better card. And I stand by that even with the nerf. It could go to 5-3-2, and it would still... well... yep. It could be 1-1. And it would still be the best card of the faction. It's so good. This card is so good. It generates the sand tile, but it was way better at 3-4. It's just a little weaker at 3-3. It still doesn't die to a general smack, though. So that's good. And in Gauntlet, normally when you play this card, you clear... There's nothing else on the board except the general. And only if it's Magmar, Vath, does it just die to a general attack. It was 09, you're right, Portal was 9 back in the day. 8's pretty close, though. The 4 attack buff is nice on this, and I do think this card was slightly pickable in Vitruvian Gauntlet, and now you feel better about it a little bit. You feel less bad about it, but like you still take it in the same scenarios pretty much. Like if you were like, oh, I need a 4-drop and I need this utility, you take it at 3, you take it at 4. Now you just feel less bad about having picked it. It's still pretty good. And it's even better in Saj, because you get to strike for 6 on 5 mana now. Because you get +1 attack times 2. Summon a Wind Dervish nearby each friendly obelisk. Summon a Wind Dervish nearby each friendly obelisk. Draw a card. They took the draw out. This card was not really pickable in Gauntlet before. So this is one of those, hey, we nerfed Constructed and it didn't affect Gauntlet because you almost never took this card. You'd have to have like 3 obelisks to even consider taking this card. And now you just don't. Even with 3 obelisks, you don't take that card anymore. This is sad times. It's nice that it's a 2-drop, but the 4 health really sucks. Like, even the Firestorm obelisk. What's that thing called? There's another 2. Really? Do I not have one? Lava Storm. The Lava Storm obelisk is kind of the same thing. I guess it's like, it's kind of playable. Like, the problem with this is you have to play it defensively. Normally you want to play your obelisks aggressively so they at least get 1 spawn into their business, right? Before they kill it. If not 2 or 3 if you can protect it. But when you play an obelisk defensively, like, it better do something really good, and just giving your things 1 health, it doesn't. So this card got worse. It got less pickable in Gauntlet. So, I don't know. I think you almost don't take this card unless you absolutely need a 2-drop and you just don't have enough. This probably went from pickable to unpickable, even with the mana nerf. Mana buff reduction, you know what I mean? Proper nerf for Sans for readers to change its rarity. I mean, I think it's fine. No, I mean, Vitruvian really needs that card. When I say it's the #1 card, you're happy to see that because Vitruvian needs it. It doesn't like guarantee you 12 wins or anything. Like, it's just it's just the best card in the faction in Gauntlet. So you don't really need to nerf that. It doesn't need that nerf in Gauntlet. So 5/5/5 is now it's a playable stat line, but I have never one time in all my time playing Duelist seen this text trigger, and it would have to be 5/7/7 to even consider playing this card. You don't pick it. Doesn't matter. I mean, I suppose if it's against 2 battle pets, you take it now. But you probably would take this too. I don't know. Maybe not. It's just a bad card. We have to work hard to find a case where you'd take that card. +1 health. This card was pickable in my opinion, even before in Gauntlet. So now it is still pickable. Like in Argeon, it's really good. It's even better in Argeon than it was because you can buff the attack. If you have buff cards, this gets really good because it replaces itself, right? So this card is really good, and it got better. It's not really good, it's just good, right? You compare this with the other 2 epics, and you're like, I need an early drop. It comes out the very next turn, replaces itself, so it's almost always a value generator. Even at 1/5, it's pretty good. The only thing that sucks about it is it's slow, and it's still slow. but it has more health now, so I think it's good. This card is good, and it got better. Artifact Hunter gained a health. Doesn't matter. I pick this card every once in a while, and it sucked, and I always, like, almost never could play this at this stat line. I guess now it's a little bit less bad, because you're like, yeah, not only did I draw a card, but I got a 3/4 for 1 extra mana. So you're paying 1 to draw a card, and that's pretty good. So I think the 4 health might have pushed this back into not garbage. Yeah, I think it's actually worth it to pick this card now. Because the stat line isn't terrible. Like, you play a 3/3/4, no problem, right? So do you pay 1 more mana to get a free card? Yeah, definitely, right? Unless you're so far behind. So I like this card now. I think this is significant. In Constructed, it doesn't matter, but in Gauntlet, this got good. This got better. So I like that. Whenever you replace this card, it costs less and gains 1/1. Whenever you replace this card, it costs 3 less and gains 3/3. Did that make this pickable in Gauntlet? Carcinus Withdraw? Yeah, Architect was Carcinus Withdraw, pretty much. For 1 more mana. This card was not pickable in Gauntlet before, unless you just had garbage that it was up against. The question is it pickable in any more scenarios than it was before because of this? So 1 replace makes it a 10/9 for 4? Jesus Christ. That's pretty good. A 4/10/9. This might actually be pickable now. I mean, you're not taking it over Grandmaster Zir. And you're not taking it over Arclight Regalia. What else? What is it going to be against? I mean, it's a neutral. It's a neutral. So there are some legendaries that you would take this card over. Right? I drafted that and replaced it in 6 games, never drew it. It trolled you. It trolled you. What do you take this over? Let me just go to neutral legendary. You take it over Hydrax. You take it over Ladylock. Maybe you take it over Ladylock. Probably. Yeah, you do. You take it over Skarzig. You take it over Sarlacc. You take it over Locust? Question mark? Probably. Take it over Unsevin. Take it over Envy Bear. Take it over Alter Rex. These are all better than it. Take it over this card, perhaps. Trinity Wing, maybe. Silver, probably. These cards are all better than it except for Silver. These cards are all better than it. Maybe not Rook. So yeah, this got more pickable, but it's still, you have to have pretty bad cards against it. Oh, there's no way. 4 health, 4 mana. This card was not pickable at all in Gauntlet, and it still sucks. You can't pick it. It could be 0. It could be 0 and you wouldn't pick it. Because Battle Pets suck in Gauntlet. The Tombstone went to an 8. It doesn't matter. This card is still just as pickable, and it's great, especially in Lionar. Argian, this card is great. But it is nice because you're in Provoke Jail a little less for a little shorter period. This was a necessary debuff. This card just wins games straight out. And the debuff from 9/9 to 7/7 makes this no less pickable. This card is almost an insta-pick in every Gauntlet game. It depends. There's a couple of cards you would take Sandsroll Reader over this, but there are very few cards you take over EMP, and even at 7/7, it's still great. That Pause. Silver, it has one hilarious combo in constructed, handful of pets, corporeal cadence as Abyssian. Yeah, I've seen it. Have I seen that? No, I'm thinking of a different combo. Corporeal cadence. Let's look at that. Destroy a friendly minion to deal its attack to the enemy journal. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Like, there was another corporeal cadence combo where you played a thing super cheap. Oh, the guy who you replace and he gets stronger. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I mean, couldn't you Blood Torah this also? You can have a Blood Torah in a corporeal cadence deck. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So EMP is still amazing. You still take it. And the fact that it can't 9 them to the face is just a little sad. But the 7/7 is totally fine. Like, at what point does EMP become less pickable? It would have to be 3/3. It would have to be 3/3 for 7, and you're like, God, I don't know if I take this. But any other stat line, it's just an amazing card. Bone Crusher. That's a great desperate last measure. Yeah, the Blood Torah. Envy Bear went to 5/3/10. Oh man, now I have to think about whether or not this card is pickable. This card was not pickable before. I can count one time that I ever picked this card, and the other 2 legendaries were just terrible, unplayable, and I took it. How about now at 3/10? Now he's an Iron Cliff Guardian stat line. They really want you to pick this card. I guess purely because of the stat line, maybe, but the effect is actually negative in Gauntlet most of the time. But it might be. 5/3/10 is a very playable stat line. So maybe it's pickable now. Yeah, I think there are cases where you would take this purely because of the stats. And you would lament the text, probably. I tested in a draft, the extra health came in handy, still awkward that it teleports generals. Yeah, fair enough, Lydian, that makes sense. Ooh. 3 less. Damn. This is no more pickable. Let me think about this before I say it. I mean, this is a really good buff. But does that mean I'm going to take Grincher in a case where I would have not taken it before? Probably not. I'm taking Grincher because of the dude and the draw. And sometimes the weapon. And I'm for 5 mana and 5/4. So I think the little boost here doesn't affect its pickability in Gauntlet. It just makes it nicer. Now there are some plays you can make that will win you the game when you play it with 1 less mana, right? Like, oh, now I can play it and get Regalia for 1 on turn 6 or something. A lot more free attacks. Yeah, exactly. A lot more free artifacts, right. So on 5, you can equip a lot more often now, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so this is good. Hydrex got a buff. It's completely unplayable. Well, so now, if you need a 3-drop really bad, you don't feel terrible about picking it purely for the body, so you're okay with that. But you're never going to trigger the text, and if you do trigger the text, you're doing bad things. I mean, unless you got Rar. So there's a couple of pickable battle pets in Gauntlet. Like, you got Rar, and you got Pax, and you got the Songhai one that gives you a card, Zhou, and then you get this guy, and you're like, okay. Kron gets 5. That's awesome. This was still pickable at 5/4/4 in Gauntlet though, and now it's just the same amount of pickable, and it has a little bit extra resilience on it. Lady Locke gets a buff to 3. That's actually better. Is this more pickable because of this? Maybe. You didn't really ever take this card willingly. You took it because you had to. Would you ever take this card willingly now because it has 3 health? It is a very relevant health point because the general doesn't just smash into it and die. But nevertheless, it's only good for 1 turn. So, like, this isn't a 3 mana card. It looks like it's a 3 mana card, but it's really like a 7 mana card or something, right? But the fact that you can now play it and a 4-drop and then it doesn't just roll over is good. So it's slightly more pickable, but it's still, you gotta think of it as a 6 or 7 mana card. Free Ankh, free Lathe, free Grimoire, Twin Fang, Snowpiercer, and the Glaives. Yeah, that's a lot of free cards. You just looked at all the 3 attack, 3 cost things. And then 1 turn later, right, on 6, you know, all the 4 cost things are free, which is pretty cool. So if you're like, the only way I win here is if I get Adamantite Claws, you play it on 6, right? And then you hope you get it for 1. So yeah, this might be more pickable. I mean, I might consider playing this if I get garbage legendaries. Wait a minute. It lost the, did it lose the gem or is that a Graphico? Is this a basic card now? Is this a core basic? Did it get rid of its legendary status? Or is that a Graphico? Somebody tell me this is not a common card now. Because if it is, holy crap. Okay, they forgot to put the gem. Okay. If this were common, it would be ridiculously overpowered. Purgatos to 3/5 is great. This card is now a little bit more pickable in Gauntlet. I like this 1 health a lot. You were offered it as a legendary in your current draft. Okay. You're right, I forgot. I remember that now. This is good. The 5 health is nice. It's probably still pickable in about the same amount of scenarios, but now, like, you always feel a little dirty, not dirty, a little, like, sad having to take a 4/3/4 because the stat line sucks for 4 mana. But sometimes you need its text. You're like, I have no heals and no ability to do damage, so it's nice to take this, and now you feel a little better about it. But you're not going to take it over a better card just because of the health. It's probably about the same. You just feel less bad when you take it. Sanguinar, your Bloodbound spell costs 1 less to activate. Your Bloodbound spell costs 0. That, I mean, the only time that's relevant is when your Bloodbound spell becomes like Awesome or Phoenix Fire or something. So, for all intents and purposes, this is no change for Gauntlet. Like, yeah, if you have Geomancer in your deck, you can get a free Phoenix Fire, which is super good. And that will probably come up for you randomly. So if you got Geomancer in your deck, he becomes really, really nice. But not that much better. This stat line is really nice. This was almost pickable before. Like, now it's very reasonable. It's a very reasonable pick at 3/3/4. So you will absolutely take this card over even average legendaries, because especially if you're Song High, because you don't have the ability to trade into Giago or random whistling blades and provokes, and so this is nice that it can kill those things. And even if you don't get that, it's a 3/3/4, which is a playable stat line. With Cryptographer. Plus he's rare, so he'll show up moderately frequently. What are we talking about? Oh, this guy? Oh, with Cryptographer. Ooh, yeah, you get a couple freebies. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this card is definitely more pickable now than it was before, so we'll see more of this in Gauntlet, in my opinion. This card is no more pickable at 8/8 than it was at 6/6. This card is terrible, and it loses you the game 75% of the time you play it, because their Spriggans get Rush first. They effectively get Rush. So you're just like, here, have 3 minions and hit me with them, and they might be really strong. The only time this card is playable is if you can lock off the opponents, the little guys, the kin. But that's so hard to do, man. You're not gonna stop You're not gonna stop every square around the enemy general to be able to play this. But 6/8/8, like Storm Metal Golem stats is not enough. This card is still bad, and even though, like, hey, if they don't have removal, I'm gonna smack them for 8, right? I mean, the 8 health is nice because it helps it survive against the enemy Spriggan kins. What are the kins? Let's actually look at them. So let me make sure I'm not putting my foot in my mouth by saying this. So here are the kins that you have to deal with. You've got flying. Flying 2/1. So now instead of 2/4/6 killing it, it's now 2/4/6 plus a general attack or something else to kill it. So, it still pretty much dies. What's the other one? Glub is whenever Spriggan is destroyed, so that doesn't really change it too much. As long as there's a Spriggan, this minion has 3 attack. So that still kills it. 3 of these will take it down. And Zeta, 1, 2, 3, Frenzy is also pretty gross if you get that one. So I still think the card sucks, and don't ever pick this card. It's only good when you prevent the enemy spawns, or if you're already ahead. If you're already ahead, this can put you behind. You have to be really careful. I don't like this card even if you're ahead. This card loses the game 90% of the time for the person who plays it. So don't pick this. This was a necessary constructed debuff. This card is still just as pickable in... Well... It's a little less pickable because of the 4 attack, because now 4 plus your general doesn't kill a 6 health thing. The 3 health is what's important here, and it's still the same. So it's a little crappier, but it's still a really good card in Gauntlet. Like, 3, running into things for 3 for free is pretty good. Binky is a rat. Not sure about the others. Yeah, Force Field minions are really strong. Like, you saw how much work my Night Watcher did, and it's a 2/4 in that Abyssian matchup I played. So, like, Force Field minions are good. This one's better. It's got the 3 attack. Thunderhorn loses a health. Sad, but it's still great. It's still great. It's just as pickable as it was before, but, you know... Now Spectral Blade kills it? I don't know. Like, it's still... I guess now you can run a 2-drop in the general into it, and it's good, and then kill it. So it got a little bit more or less OP in Gauntlet, but it's still a really good card. Yeah, Sabbath necessary. I agree. This sucks. This seems unnecessary for Gauntlet. Zix was fine and balanced in Gauntlet at 1 mana. Now they made a constructed nerf, and Gauntlet pays for it. So, you still take it. Like, the times when you would take this card, you pick this card, it's the same. You're like, I need an early game. Okay, I'm going to take Zix. You're just paying 1 more for it. Inflation. Zix inflation. Alright, that's all of them, guys. Overall, oh, there's more. There's more stuff. There's more stuff we got to talk about. Overall, most cards did not change. There's a few that got better, and only a couple that got hit really bad. Sphere, Katara. Those are the ones that got really hit hard. There are a couple cards that got better, but the bigger impact to Gauntlet is the fact that the rotation, you get all the cards. So now we see Battle Pets, which suck, but Vitruvian gets some power cards back. Ragnarok gets some power cards back. Faye gets Shimzar back, but it costs one more. So, yeah, it's interesting. New cosmetics and skins. So here's another positive development for the game. Like the fact that they added content. Unless this was already in the can and they just released it, shows that they're still working on the game, which is good. 6 didn't do nothing. Did not deserve this. Free Brome, free Zix. I'm right. Agreed, Kiar. He was just minding his own beeswax, and bam, he got nerfed. He and Silverbeak got the shaft. Silverbeak with like 6 wings and he can't even fly, and then Zix got the nerf bat. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All of those were already made for boss battles. These? Ah. I think you have a point there. They did not have to do work to add these, did they? I mean, someone had to go into the config file and make them skins. So somebody had to do work. Somebody got paid to do that. At Counterplay. You know, that was probably a day's work right there that they didn't have to do. So, yeah, someone's getting paid to do work. But yeah, you're right. They didn't just create those because they were all bosses. You fought them as bosses. Now you have them as cards. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so what is this? We are excited to introduce a new feature to the boss battles. The introduction of blood-bound spells. Each boss now gets a spell. And we don't know what they are yet. I guess we can see one of them here. Lacerating Frost. God, I can't read it. Did you guys already look at this? Have they already said what they are? Oh. No, they haven't said what they are, so let's snoop. Does anybody know what all of these are yet? Let's zoom in on this guy and see what it says. Deal 2 damage to the enemy general. Oh boy. I forgot I installed like a plugin on there. Did I just kill that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Deal 2 damage to the enemy general and stun something nearby enemy. Stun all enemy nearby minions. Is that what that says? We can see some of this. We can see some of these. Jesus. I think my eyes used to be better, but now I can't read these. General plus 3 health. Whatever. We're not gonna try to do this now. So okay, bosses get bloodbound spells. So unless Kron coded all of this and then left, they're doing work on bosses, which is cool. So this is a new feature that they're releasing, which is pretty awesome. Very, very cool. I wonder if all of these were in the can before Kron left, because Kron was their boss AI. We should have asked him. Kron stops in here every once in a while. We'll have to ask him. And I don't know if you guys saw, but he tattooed an Inquisitor Kron on his arm. You guys see that? I mean, it's like a full-on Kron tattoo on Kron. It's Kron on Kron action. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He's got this big pixel art tattoo on his arm. And then I was like, but what if they nerf it again? Then you've got this nerfed. You have to like take part of the tattoo off. Like you have to nerf it. Yeah, he showed it on stream, on my stream the other night when he came by. He's looking for work. He's LF dub. So what else did they do here? Added new spell effects. I'm pretty sure it's not spell effects. That's like spell. That's like spell effects. Update to comply with GDPR. Yep, that was a necessity. Everyone and their dog has to do that, which is why you're getting 1 million emails. GDPR is the new data privacy rule in Europe, and it states that if you use a service and store data in the cloud, whether that be player data, statistic data, any data at all that can be associated with a person, you have to either delete that after 30 days or give the user the option to delete it somehow. For Europe. It's required in Europe. It's not required anywhere else, but because it's required in Europe, it's pretty much going to be done for every game that you would play or every app that you would use. I know that this is costing us a ton of time and resources to be compliant with this on our games, so it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. It just sounds like this little thing, but it's like the amount of time and energy being spent to do this, and it's good. I mean, it's a positive thing for the world. Like, people should have control over their data, so it's nice. It takes a lot of work to be able to do that. So anything that stores data about you must give you the option to remove it. Like, I wonder what that means for, like, there's going to be 1 million spam marketing email lists or whatever that are non-compliant, or like they're going to bury an option somewhere and never tell you about it. And if they get audited, they're like, we have the option right here. It says remove me from this mailing list, and they don't ever tell you about it. Like, there's going to be a ton of uncompliant spam and email marketing garbage lists, but whatever. End of season rewards now contain cards from all sets. That's cool. Free card of the day can pull from all sets. Cool. Fixed an issue where reloading the game would reset the trial progression. Oh, didn't know about that one. Fixed an issue with Lion Eyes where the spell could target a unit behind the general. Oh, I saw that bug. That's good they fixed that. A huge undertaking, but a worthy undertaking. Instead of a 200-page user agreement. What's up, Solam? Updated the wording of the Hate Furnace to cast 7 spells. Cause a minion to gain a plus stack. Okay. Yep, for trials. Fixed an issue with the aspect of the ego that caused it to transform into the same minion. That's awesome. That's it. Did I just get hosted? I'm about to end my stream. Fate! Thanks for the host, man, but I'm about to end my stream in like 4 minutes. I'm just finishing going through the thoughts and opinions on the new set. If you guys are just coming in and want to see this, after I end the stream, you can go back and just load the VOD and fast forward to the part where I start talking about the new cards. I just reviewed all of the new cards from the Gauntlet perspective, if you guys care. TLDR, not much change. The bigger change was the fact that they rotated back in the Shimzar cards, which is great for Gauntlet. Fixed an issue with aspect of the ego where it caused a minion to forget its current active state. Okay, didn't ever experience that one. And then Nemivore caused burnt cards to count as drawn cards. Ha ha! They finally fixed that bug. Where Nemivore, a burnt card was counted as a drawn card. I know exactly how that happened too. When they added the mechanic to burn cards, they in the middle of a turn when they added that mechanic. They said, oh, we already have the ability to burn cards. It happens when your hand is full, so we'll set a little flag in code that says user's hand equal full, and then do a draw function. And then, of course, everything that procced off draw procced off that function because they didn't think about that. So I'm sure that's what happened. Or I'm not sure, but pretty likely that's what happened, right? That final song. Mario? No, Yoshi, right? Is this Yoshi? So that's it, guys. We went through all of this. We got 12 wins with Faye. Finally broke the dry streak. The 12-win dry streak with Faye that I had for some reason. Glad we got that over with. And we're at 3-0 with Ragnarok? With a kind of awkward deck. So, yeah. Come back tomorrow, though, and we'll see how we do with this deck. Oh, the Mario Silvergunner remix. It sounds like Yoshi, though. Oh, it is the remix. Yep, you're right. Let's see who's playing that I can host. And sorry, Fate folks, that I wasn't able to stream for you guys. Let's pass it over to Ghostly Tuna, but Uno Pro is also playing. So if you guys want to watch Uno Pro, you can do that. I'm gonna host Mr. Tuna though. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. So until then, have a good night, guys. Take it easy. See you next time. Peace.